Okay, welcome everyone to another Flat Cap interview. I've got two members of the band Brat 86, so welcome to the show, Josh and Jed. Nice to have you both on. So we're going to find out a little bit about the band, how they started, and we've got a new album out, so we'll talk about that, and hopefully some of you have watched the live gig that we've put up as well. So I suppose the first question is when and how did the band sort of come about?
Well, it's going to be a long story, but we started in 2012. It's more like a school project, so there was myself and then two other dudes, and then we were like, well, this is like a bit boring, we want to get out. So we got Dylan to join, and we had the same bass player, and then we saw Line 39 at it was Elizabeth, in Elizabeth, and like, we definitely want to like get bigger, so we got our name and then started like putting ourselves out there. Our first gig was at Club 582 in Prospect, and then we were just like, we're gonna like get out of here and start playing gigs.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So what about the band name? Where's that come from? Is that a long story as well? Because that weren't too bad, really.
Yeah, I was trying to like make it shorter, but
no, that's all
I was
good.
like trying to think and like paraphrase, but it's basically two Green Day songs from an album called Insomniac. But the funny thing is, when we named it, that wasn't my favourite album. I'd never heard the album.
Yeah.
And I started listening to the album. That's now my favourite Green Day album.
And it's good that he called it Brat 86 because that's what initially drew me to the band. I saw it on Facebook or something, and I'm like, oh, Brat 86, I'll have to check them out because 86 is my favourite song.
Yeah,
So.
okay. So they're obviously an influence on what you're doing, early Green Day stuff. Because I don't mind the early stuff, but I'm not too keen on what they're doing now, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, for a punk band, they're making money, but they've sold out a little bit, I think.
Yeah, I'm hoping they go backwards if that's possible.
Well, yeah, it'd be nice if they did. So when did you join the band, Jed? Are you new to the band then, or were you?
Yeah, sort of. I'm still the new guy. It was like
So you stalked them on Facebook, liked the name, and thought,
Pretty
I'm
much,
going to
and
play in
stalked
this
our
band.
gigs.
yeah. I went to a few gigs. Pretty much.
Few.
Yeah.
A lot of them.
Yeah, I went to a few gigs. It was kind of like the Sid Vicious thing when he just like hung around the Sex Pistols until he was in the band.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I've been in
But
the
you
band.
can play bass though, can't you? Because I've seen you.
Yeah,
Like,
sometimes.
There's a lot of debate. I don't really think Sid could fucking play.
Yeah, so Ben left,
Yeah.
and then
Right,
you've seen me at gigs. You chucked me a message. You asked me if I could play bass.
It wasn't a message, it was on Instagram. We were looking for a bass player, and I was like, we had some weird people ask like to join, and then I was like, that Jed dude, and I was sort of,
He was the weirdest one. Let's take him.
Yeah.
he came up on our my Instagram, and it was a whole heap of skateboarding videos, and I was like, I've seen him at gigs. I'm like, you don't happen to play bass, do you? And he's like, oh, I've been playing for like a year. I kind of know how to play bass.
Yeah, the
And
only
then-
thing I know how to do.
Yeah, and then we were just like, come and like jam with us because you would be the best thing like that we've seen. And then like straight away Dylan and I were like, yeah, he's in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like since then, like we've all kind of like worked together, and Jed's kind of come up with his own bass lines and kind of like made us a whole different band, which is good.
The audition was cool. I'd learned a Ramones song, and then we came in and we jammed it and a couple other songs, and yeah, that was fun.
You can't beat the Ramones, mate.
No, you can't.
Yeah, no, that's good. So, like we spoke about Green Day. What other sort of bands have influenced you? What's influenced your sort of music? You know, who've you listened to? And we spoke about Green Day.
Yeah.
We talked the Ramones and stuff like that. So,
Ooh, when we first started, I'm gonna regret saying this, but it was like Simple Plan, Sum 41, and Green Day. And then now it's kind of different. It's like I'm more into like the Australian bands. So there's bands like Local Resident Failure, The Decline, Friends of Rom. Who else is there? Local bands like Line 39, Burnout, and I kind of take a lot from them. Like when I think of our sound, it's more like if NoFX, Green Day, and Friends of Rom had like a kid.
yeah.
It'd be like Brat 86. That's what I think of.
Yeah, alright, that's good, yeah. And what about, so predominantly you...
And Rancid.
Rancid, yeah.
Yeah, they're one of my favourites.
One of my favourites as well. But I'm like from like the late 70s.
Yeah.
So Rancid come along later. For
Yeah.
me, you know what I mean? Like I listened to all the original sort of punk when it all first started, you know, like the Clash and the Pistols and the Damned and all that sort of thing. And,
Yeah.
and whatever came after it, you know, there was Stiff Little Fingers, and then you had the Scar thing that was kicking in with the Specials and all that, and then you get Rancid come along, and all of a sudden, you know, they're punk, but then they're throwing in the Scar part of it as well. And
Yeah.
they're sort of like, for me, you know, they've got everything I like in it, you know.
Yeah.
So,
I think that's how, like, I think it was Rancid that made No Effects become a bit more ska punk as well, because they started off really, I don't know, really hardcore punk,
yeah.
and now there's a lot of reggae. Like you go on like in that discography, and it's like a lot of reggae starts to come into it. So.
Well,
And now we got a reggae song.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, the thing is,
we had more, but
like a punk band doing a reggae cover or putting ska into it. I don't know. It all just seems to work to me. You know what I mean?
It does, yeah.
You know, you could put other genres in there and think, oh, that's pretty shit, really. Why have they bothered doing that? But when you put them in, I don't know. I mean, the Clash did it back in the day. You know, they had reggae songs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It just seems to give them a bit more
Yeah, it
bollocks,
does.
I think. But. So the writing process for your music within the band, I'm presuming you write most of the songs. I know you're doing your own bass lines and stuff like that, but
kind of it's.
how does it work? You
I'll
get a tune and then put the lyrics to it?
kind of
or?
like come up with some songs I've just came up with a good title and then written around that, and then other ones I'll come up with like a good riff, and then other times it'll just come to my head and I'll just write it down, put the guitar to it. But like half the songs I'll bring in the band practice, and they'll change. Like we'll
develop into
yeah, we all
what
come together. Like there's a lot of songs in our CD that are different to when I wrote them. So
yeah.
there's like songs that are now faster, slower. There's pauses in this part. Like they're a lot different to how I
suppose that's a
them,
natural progression
Yeah.
from how it starts, doesn't it? Because like if other people have got a bit of input, some of it won't necessarily be better, but it just makes you think a little bit more because ideas.
Yeah.
It
Well, when we
evolve the
first
song, don't they?
when we first like started, it was just me doing everything. Like if I wanted to do a song, that's how it would be. No one had any input, and it was a bit annoying. But now, since Jed's joined, there's a lot of input,
Yeah.
and we all work together to make a song how we all want it. Rather
Yeah,
than,
which is what you need to be, isn't it? You know,
Yeah.
if you're a band, it's all right. One person being the sort of the artistic part of the band, doing the songs and whatever,
Yeah.
and that. But that's a lot of pressure on one person as
Yeah,
well.
it
Then.
is, it's
So
a lot,
if
yeah.
other people have, you know, got sensible ideas and they can take it in a little bit of way.
Because it's not Josh Mounsey and the Brat. The
No,
Brats.
well that's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And you're not that pretentious that it's
Mm.
oh no, this is my song, we're doing it like this. And
No,
you
I
just-
wanted, when Jed joined, I wanted us to put ideas in and wanted it so when we release the CD, it's something we all really love.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's happened. It's something that we all love. We all have a favourite song in there, and we all like.
It's all the same one.
Yeah.
So I've got a CD here which you guys can all get as well. That they can get from the Facebook page and stuff like that, can't they?
Yeah, but every single, I think this is the one CD, every single song we like, and I think that we'll always like them, which is good. So
Yeah, well it is good, yeah.
because we've got like old EPs, and I look back and I'm like, why did we record that song?
yeah, but at the end of the day, yeah, at the time it was the right thing to do. you know?
Yeah.
I mean, hindsight's a wonderful thing, and you know, yeah, you might have stuff from the past that you think, oh yeah, that's a bit shitty now, isn't it?
Yeah.
But you have to start somewhere, don't you?
Yeah. But I
And
think,
if you've progressed to something like this,
yeah.
that was part of the progression, you know.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
So it's a little bit of Brat 86 history that you've got there, and yeah, it might not be the best time of the band or whatever, but
Yeah.
from that you've progressed to a full album that you're all happy with.
Yeah.
and,
Yeah.
and you've done it all yourself as well, haven't you? It's a
all
true
recorded.
sort of punk rock
DIY.
album, DIY,
Yeah.
which is like what we're all about here on
Yeah.
Flat Cap as well. So I mean, I love that sort of side of things, and I think a lot of other people do as well.
We like it.
If I could package it myself, I would have, but
Yeah,
like printing something that good quality, you want something that's people are going to look at and be like, geez, that's professionally done, and they'll buy it. And then we've had a few people listen to it and have been like, holy crap, where'd you record that? Was that in the studio? And we're like, no, we recorded it in our shed.
yeah.
And they're like, holy crap.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. Yeah, so it's good in that respect, and you're gonna play a song off of it acoustically for
Yeah,
us,
yeah.
aren't you, as well?
Yeah, well, yeah.
So we filmed the guys a couple of weeks ago, but it's not the official album launch or anything like that. But luckily for us, I presume that might have been a little bit of an exclusive for us to actually film the whole of the album live.
Yeah.
So you can head over and have a look at that. But when's the official album launch? It's early next year. You're doing.
I don't want to
You've got to
go out of
fly,
the frame, but we have two. One is on the 13th of January at the Glenelg Backpackers, and the second is on the 2nd of February at the Crown Anchor with all our friends. I don't know if you can see that, but
Are you leaving that with me? Is that for me? Is it?
you can have it if you want it.
Well, I'll take a photo of it.
Yeah.
And I'll flick it up at the end of this as well. So.
They're all with bands that we've played with over
Yeah.
time, that we really enjoy playing with, and that we're best mates with. There's a band called Toothy Grins. They're new, but they're from a band called the Dirty Chins. There's a few members from there, and then there's a lot of bands like Burnout and Line 39, and then the Scapegoats that we've become friends with over the last couple of years. So.
Yeah. Well, is it the first one? The first one on that, the 13th of January. I've interacted with both them two bands, Line
Yeah.
39 and the Scapegoats. I've spoke a little bit with the Toothy Grins, but I've not. I don't know much about Jettison and Burnout, so.
Yeah, well, Jettisons they're not totally different, but they're a different band. They're kind of cleaner, but kind of punk. They're kind of like, I guess the Clash was the punk, a bit cleaner, but they're a bit more indie as well, so
Yeah.
they're different, which is good. I didn't want to do a whole just punk, same band kind of thing for the second one. I wanted to go out and do something a bit different, but we're all mates with the guys from Jettison as well, so.
Yeah. It's funny how the gigs work these days, because I think they're not all genre specific. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which in some ways is probably better for the venue and for the people playing, because it's actually bringing sort of other people into it rather than people that are probably going to come and watch you anyway because of the genre you're in. It's actually bringing other people from different areas that might not go and watch you they wouldn't go and watch you because it's not, we don't like that sort of thing, but they'll have a listen when you're there, so you might draw in a few more people just because the band that's playing after you play totally different music. Do you know what I mean? The people are going to be there to listen to them because that's what ultimately they're going for. But they'll catch the tail end of your set and they'll listen, and you might pick extra people up in that way. And
that reminds of there's a gig when we played at, where was it? It was the Bluebee Room, and there was all metal acts and hardcore acts, and then we came and we were really, I don't know, we felt really quiet and really kind of, I don't know, poppy compared to all the other bands.
Yeah, but you know what?
Everyone came in at the end of our set, and then they wanted us to all just play Green Day covers, so we had a whole encore of Green Day covers.
The first half was because they were all there for the really hardcore metal acts, and we played the first part was pretty empty, and then the second half, even for our stuff, they came back and kind of watched us, and that was cool. And then we brought out the old school 90s punk covers that everyone knows, and they all got into it. It was a really good time.
But I sort of quite like that. I think I think for me I think it'd be funny if you're playing a folk festival or something like that, and all of a sudden you come on and there's this punk band playing something that none of them have gone there to listen to. Do you know what I mean? And that for me is quite. I find that quite amusing.
Yeah.
It's a shock. It's a shock. You know what I mean? And then they think, oh shit, what's this? What's going on? We didn't sign up for this. You know what I mean? Yeah, but But that's sort of a bit like what punk's about, isn't it? You know what I mean? Sort of putting
Not
it
caring,
out there.
just doing it, going with anything. Because like these days, gigs are hard to get, so really just take on anything and go with it.
It's all experience at the
Yeah,
end of the day, So the album launch, you've got that coming up early in the new year. So basically, I presume you're just concentrating on getting the album out there for now. What are you sort of planning to do, sort of further down the track? You know, I know this is pretty fresh. It's not been out for long, but
there's a plan for another CD, definitely.
Keep writing.
Yeah, but there's also, we've got a lot of older songs that we still enjoy playing, so we're thinking of bringing out an EP of re-recorded older songs. Because we released an album, it was like a 10-track, called You're the Reason I'm Angry with Ben. There's a few songs in there we still play, like Truly Fake and Letting Go. And then there's also, we released like EP 4-track called What If God's an Alien. That didn't really go very far, but there's songs in there we still like. There's one song in there we like to play. So we're thinking of doing something like the hidden tracks or something like that.
Well, that'd be good because, like, you know, you keep people interested, and like I'm new to the band, so you know I've pretty much only heard the album.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of older songs that other people have listened to that really like us. Like there's Matt from Jettison loves Truly Fake, so we pulled that out one day and played that for a set when he came out and watched us. So there's a lot of songs that we still enjoy playing as well that like that got Jed into the band that he likes playing as well. So like it's not because Ben was in the band that we want to stop playing them or anything. Yeah.
They're band songs, aren't they? So
and there's old songs that we still really like all have a common interest in.
Yeah.
So,
all right. Okay. So there'll be more new music, old music.
I'm already writing a few more songs. I've got like 5 songs that I tried to just focus on this CD and stop writing for a bit, because otherwise I get a bit ahead of myself and start thinking of the next thing.
Yeah, you've not finished one thing before you're on to the next.
It's like
My House is a bit like that.
Focus on that CD, get it out, promote it, play it. That's why bands, when they release CDs now, they play like a few songs from it, but they'll play heaps of older stuff, whereas our idea is we've released this CD, so we're going to play the CD in full. And play.
No, it was good to hear it all. What about Interstate and stuff like that? Have you played Interstate yet, or you wouldn't mind doing that in the future?
We definitely want to play Interstate, but I think furthest we've gone closest to Interstate is Murray Bridge. But that was a road trip.
That was fun.
That was good there.
We had fireworks going off in our set, which is interesting.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, we definitely want to go Interstate. We've had 2 bands ask us, but it's just like trying to actually organise something.
You work full time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's hard here because the distances are so far away. But like Melbourne, you know, it is a road trip, I suppose. But
yeah, Melbourne's definitely one place I want to go. Well,
it's the nearest place you can get driving. You know, what 8-9 hours. But like potentially, you know, Bianca from the Scapegoats and that as well. They're down in Mount Gambier. You know, all right, you're working, but maybe you finish on a Friday lunch, drive down to Mount Gambier, arrange something with her on a Friday night, so you play there Friday night, and then it's another 5 hours the next day into Melbourne.
Yeah.
You play Saturday night, see if you can rig something up for Sunday, or you travel back Sunday. But
I can always take annual leave, which is good. So
you know, so if there's anybody in Melbourne that wants a young punk band to come and do a bit of support and give them a little. A bit of exposure in a different city, these guys are pretty much up for that. So if there's anyone watching, just get in touch with them and see what you can sort out. Right, well I think that will probably finish us for now. So we'll get out of the way, Jed, and we'll let Josh set up for his acoustic. So he's going to get all nervous on us now. So
I was nervous at the start of this.
You've done right. It's not difficult, mate.
No,
there's
no
questions there you can't answer, is there? So.
Paraphrase and not.
Yeah. It is what it is, you know. But, all right. Well, thanks for that.
No problems.
Thank you.
Okay. So tune in. We'll put the teaser up first, and then you can Well, they won't know that the teaser's gone up first now. I've just said that, will they? Because they've got to watch all of this to know there's a teaser. But anyway, so the teaser will be on the end of this video as well. So. Alright, cheers everyone, thanks.
Hey, I'm Josh from Brat86 and this is a song from our new CD. This song's called Sitting Here Alone. We got it up on SoundCloud as a single as well, so yeah, here we go. Sitting here isn't much fun. Then again I could on something worse than this. I wanna bid on something. Go out with my mates, drink all fucking night and day. I don't wanna sit here all alone. All these thoughts running through my head, scaring me to death. When I know it's where I'll be till the end of time. Sitting with you isn't much fun. This conversation is full of awkwardness. I wanna bid on something. Go out with my mates, watch like the night fucking play. I don't wanna sit here all alone. All these thoughts running through my head, scaring me to death. When I know it's where I'll be till the end of time. Sitting here isn't much fun. But then again I could on something worse than this. I wanna bid on something. Go out with my mates, drink all fucking night and day. I don't wanna sit here all alone. All these thoughts running through my head, scaring me to death. When I know it's where I'll be till the end of time. That's it.
Nice one, mate. Well done. Very good.
That's hard.